Hey, everybody, welcome to Ivy Knows Best, man. Here with the boys today, man. Just kicking it in. We're here with the supervillain himself, supervillain Kush. Say what up to the people.
How y'all doing, people?
Right on, right on. And also we got the we got the ever illustrious Trey G.
Mecca.
Trey, what's going on?
What's good, man? Happy Sunday to y'all, man.
Hey man, we're glad to have you back, man. You missed you missed a little special we had last week. It's dropping this Wednesday. And
Oh yeah. What's popping this Wednesday? It's something to do with Chili's? What is it? It's something like a special 2 for 20. What's going on?
Hey, we could have had a 2 for 20 going, but what happened was we found out that you were special. We found out that you, now before the show, obviously, we was actually peeping out Trey's picture in the back. And Kush, what'd you say his picture was?
I had asked him, was it a Van Gogh back there? You know, Trey got that loan money.
Yeah, he got the whole setup. Trey, what'd you tell him it was?
I said, nah, man, that's a Van No. You know what I mean? Ain't no Van Gogh, that's a Van No, you know? It's like ATL, you got a Picasso in your house. Nah, this is the finest from Home Goods in the background. You know what I mean?
I see.
You know?
That's how it's meant to be. So look, check this out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So last week, obviously, we were talking, we were asking questions. Chrissy and her wonderful cousin, which we want to thank them for being on the show last week. They were asking us some things we would be okay with in the bedroom. It was really an adult type conversation, right? Now, gentlemen, we're not gonna talk about that shit in here because we all three grown men. Ain't no point in no wild shit like that, right?
That was the funny part though. The fact that she like musty man. That's the part he missed out of.
Bro, she said she like her man with a little musk on, a little smell. I was like, a smell? Hold on. I was like, you want the nigga like come in the house, put his armpit over your nose, and just lay over top you? Like, what do you need? Like, what you mean?
And she was I'm in Bath and Body Works buying senior male lotions.
And we got women out here who like this smell like they didn't came out the gym. You know.
I smell like I just fixed everything in the house. Now give me some head. Like, why?
Hey, you smell that? You smell that?
Right. That's terrible. Terrible. You don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what she said she was into, you know. So, God bless her. We're not gonna talk negatively about her without her being on here to protect herself and or defend herself, so to speak. But what we are gonna do though is move right along, right? So we was all kicking it, having a conversation. As y'all know on the show, everything starts with a conversation. Okay, everything. And we were talking about obviously Valentine's Day is right around the corner for all them fellas. And by the time this show drops, it will probably be around about Valentine's Day, right? Mm-hmm. So what is some things relationship-wise we know for a fact that we're all supposed to do, right? So as the man in a relationship, you're supposed to go out and buy her candy and do all this other shit just for her to give you the rewrap box. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There's a new name for it, the rewrap box, right? That's your gift, okay? So the question is, at what level do you do things for these individuals? Now, listen, before we all start answering and giving our anecdotes and, and life experiences, please be aware that we do understand how life works. Kush called me a trick recently, and we admitted that, hey, if you ain't tricking at some level, you don't know how the economic system works. Simple. Give and take.
It's about checks and balances.
Right, checks and balances, push and pull, give and take.
It's about guns and butter.
So you got to do a little something strange, to get what you need. So the question is, at what level are you doing it, gentlemen? And that's for some of y'all out here. At what level are y'all doing that? We're gonna tell y'all what we doing on our level and what level we expect. But let's just go get into the conversation. Let's stop dragging that along. So, Kush, at what level are you doing this?
It depends on her, really, what she brings to the table. I hate to be like that, but you kind of got to be like that in today's world. Like, I hate to count what you do for being what I do for you. It shouldn't be like that. But in today's world, it kind of got to be like that. So if my birthday passed and Christmas passed and, I ain't getting nothing for neither one of them, you ain't getting nothing.
So for you,
that's that on that.
So ultimately for you, it's really like, all right, cool. Depending on what level we on, will tell you what I'm about to do for you.
Yeah. Like if I know you fuck with me, you do for me, You know, if the love is in action and not a word,
Mhm.
I go above and beyond. But if it's just you telling me and it's not the action behind it, I
Mhm.
don't fuck with it. It is what it is. You gonna get fucked here and there. That's about it.
Right. I'm gonna get a piece of that Paisley box. Gonna get a piece of that Brad Paisley box. All right. Hey, so Trey, how about you, man? What level are you at with this whole, exchanging of gifts, et cetera, et cetera?
I think it's about you have to build blocks. It's about levels to it. You know what I mean? Like you start off reciprocating, then once it's reciprocated back, that's how you can kind of gauge about what you need to do. It's just like when people are married, right? They get the what is it, the 5-year anniversary ring. I don't know how that works. I didn't make it that long in my marriage, but I was saying like I think it's like 5 years or something. They get a bigger ring, 10 years, 15 years, and then 20 years. I'm sure they get like it's levels to the reward that you get in showing your faithfulness to somebody. You know what I mean? Just like my man said, like it's not like don't listen to what people say. Watch what they do. Their actions tell you more. You know what I mean? Anybody can. It doesn't take much to just say something. You know what I mean, and not put no action behind it. You know what I mean.
Right.
There's no. You're not putting anything behind that. So I believe it's just based upon how much I'm getting back in return of my investment. You know.
Okay. Now look, I'm a little bit different from y'all. All right. I'm a little bit different from y'all. You feel me?
Man.
It's tricky over here. You know what I'm saying? It's tricky, at
It
times.
gets Mickey tricky over here.
You feel me? It
Cuz.
gets mighty tricky over here, cuz
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? To be honest with y'all, look, I'm a firm believer in this. Okay. If you my girlfriend, I might go certain levels with you, right? Right. So let's use the restaurants for example, right? Let's use restaurants. We was on we was online.
Hey, I can guess the first restaurant that's about to get mentioned.
Yeah.
No, it's
I
gonna
got a meal on it, and I ain't
Hey.
even got a meal in my account.
listen, I don't look, just because you told me you knew, I might change it up, right? Check this out. All right, so a wife is everything from McDonald's up through the roof. You name it. McDonald's to Ruth Chris, whatever steak, Brazilian steakhouse you can think of, the most expensive shit you can think of, that's a wife. You feel me? Because we spend our lives together. We need to be able to, have this time together, right? For a girlfriend, it ranges slightly below that. You go on anything from McDonald's to Chili's to
You real like hold on, bro. You real done took a chick. I don't even need to ask you. Go ahead, continue the conversation. I don't even need to ask you.
don't even. You already know what that is.
Yeah.
To Papa Do's, some shit like that. You keep it kind of, you keep it good and classy, and that's that. If you just somebody that we have an understanding of what we doing things, how we doing things, like we sleeping together, this and that. No,
Uber.
You gonna Uber Eats, to the park outside of Cush's crib, right? Where we gonna be eating Subway sandwiches on a napkin or something.
What Devin say? I fucked Ruby Tuesday, but Friday I had to slap the hoe. Then she found out I was the Papa though.
Yeah, we not pushing it further than that. That's what we're doing, right? So I think sometimes what happens is dudes get it kind of twisted a little bit, and especially on these specified holidays that benefit the lady friends and this and that. They go out and they go, they got a girlfriend, they've been with the girl for a week. She's a girlfriend. Nigga, you've known her for all of 10 days, nigga. And y'all girlfriend and boyfriend, and now you over here trying to take her to find out. You don't even know if she's the right person for you.
You know what though? Why not live in the moment sometimes? You know what I mean? The shit feel good, just let it feel good, brother. You know what I mean?
Hold on, wait.
Stop fighting the good vibes, man.
No, you hear that? There's a knock at my door. It sounds like tricking to me, nigga. That's what it sounds like. Sound like tricking. Sound like tricking. I agree. You know what? Let me stop fucking around. I'm with you. Maybe the vibe is right.
So Trey, so you don't mind spending whatever on the first date, second date?
It depends. It depends on how I met her, how I feel about her. You know what I mean? I ain't just gonna take nobody. I met it you know what I mean, some bar or whatever to like a high class spot first off the bat. If it's somebody I've already established some type of friendship relationship with, we, you know what I mean, something else, or that, you know what I mean. I know the type of the caliber type of woman she is, and yeah, I'll gauge it to where I take her to. You know what I mean?
What if the vibe is right though?
I mean, it's just fine. Like I'm not really pressed about the money. It's more about the feeling and the vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's just like anything else. When you out chilling with your homeboy, the liquor flowing good, you liable you liable to buy about 14 shots in that motherfucker and
Yeah,
wake up.
but
You know what I mean? Because you just the vibe. Like you said, it's about the vibe. Go ahead, my man.
but it ain't nothing wrong with spending that on yourself though.
Mm, but like, what's better than being in the company of a beautiful woman? You know what I mean? The soft and tender
Yeah,
body. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and no, but these ones today, like they're looking for you to do that so they can make fun of you too for doing that.
Well, that's why
Like
you. But you got to start. But
that aspect of it kind of do something to me. Now I'm thinking about it. Like, like 10 years ago, yeah, we gonna go eat wherever. Today, nah, yeah, I ain't finna be the butt of your jokes and all that other shit you got going on.
I can dig that, but excuse me, I'm trying to turn this up. But yeah, I can dig that. But most of the time, it's about where you meet the woman at and how you feel about her, and you know what I mean. But I have had Bumble dates. I don't know if you know about Bumble, but I've been a motherfucking victim of a Bumble brunch and all that other shit. You know what I mean? Man, what big boy say? Taking them out to eat the Cheesecake Factory, buying them popcorn, shrimp, and
Hey, look, this one nigga said,
strawberry lemonade.
hey,
Like that.
this battle rap by the name of Averb, and shout out to him. He said, y'all like the steak and lobster, these little dick goblins. I feed a bitch dog food. I felt like that was like some of the coldest shit ever. Because now I'm not sitting now. Look, now listen, ladies, y'all not bitches and hoes. Not all of you. Okay. Not all of y'all bitches and hoes. And gentlemen, not all of y'all players and pimps. Some of y'all, there's levels to this
Bitches and
shit.
hoes.
I mean, because the hoes and bitches is a gender neutral. It's gender fluid. It's fluid. It's gender fluid, right? It just rolls. Everybody can be that.
Because
Now
there's
check
such things as bitch ass niggas.
and nigga ass bitches. Big facts.
Right, right.
Big facts.
Yeah.
These are
Big,
realities.
big fat ass bitch ass nigga facts.
You feel me?
But go ahead.
Like, so check this out. So now also, I want to talk to y'all about this too while we on the subject. Let's go ahead and kind of segue to the next topic because we talking about bitch ass niggas and levels of it. This generation believes everything is simping. The current generation we live in believes that taking care of your old lady is simping. All right. What say you? What say you, gentlemen, regarding what is a simp, what isn't? And we gonna obviously all three of us are either Texas natives or have been living in the state for quite some time in our lives, to which we understand the word of simping and where it comes from, right? So instead of giving that type of game out, let's go ahead and just kind of help educate these gentlemen who do believe that everything you do for a woman is simping. All right. So obviously we know Trey, so let me clear my throat. Go ahead, Trey. We're gonna let you touch this one first. Go ahead.
I mean, it is level to this simping. Like, you have to look at it to an aspect to where you know that what you're doing is nothing but a straight transaction. There's no really thought process. There's no building relationship. There's no rapport in that. It's just a straight up, like it's down to like going to Starbucks or Chili's. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, or it's just the fact that you could, be too sensitive, be too. That's the thing I meant to talk about. Like, it's a difference in between being nice and being kind to people. Like, if people seeing you being too nice, they're gonna walk all over you. You know what I mean? You have to show them that ugly side. You have to set boundaries to people. It goes with women too. If you just too nice and then there's no boundary set to it, then look, as my brothers used to say, if somebody knew they could get $50 every week, wouldn't they go? They get it for free. Wouldn't they go get it? You know what I mean? Don't let it think it can't happen to you. Stepping happens to everybody. You know what I mean? Don't be a victim, G.
All right, Kush, how about you?
I'm kind of with Trey. It's kind of I'm kind of like, as long as you know what you paying out, you getting back in return, and y'all got that understanding, whatever, that's cool. Now, if you just chasing her and you ain't getting what you want, but she's still finessing you out of everything you got, now we talking a whole different level.
Talk about breadcrumbing, motherfuckers that be breadcrumbing. That's their main arsenal, nigga. Like when Batman got a belt, they be like, breadcrumbing, gaslight, you know what I mean?
Hey, hold on,
$40 on Cash App.
Yeah, man.
Hey, just go ahead and send the money first, and I'll show up.
Hey, my
Like,
thing though, nigga be thinking you the only person she asked for $40 on Cash App. How many people she texts that to, and how many actually hit? Boom.
Hey, you know, hey, do you have Venmo?
hey, the worst thing is, my phone about to get cut off. How am I supposed to contact you if I get my phone? What? Nigga, hold on, bitch. Your phone getting cut off every 2.5 weeks.
I fuck their head up. I be like, all right, I ain't gonna never really pay your phone bill, but I just say this shit. Be like, all right, if I pay your phone bill, I get to go through that bitch whenever I want to for a month.
What they say? Hold on, how it go after that? Tell me.
Everybody finds somewhere else to go.
Everybody got other things to do magically with their time. So look, here's what's crazy. Now look back. Now I'm gonna tell you what I believe. This is just me. All right. I believe there's levels of shit where we supposed to be and what simple was not, right. If you married to a woman, ain't no such thing as simping.
At all.
If you married to her, you might be a trick, but that's something you've already agreed to be. I said this before, every married man is a trick. It's in the story. You can't do nothing about that. In the story, put it on the shelf. That's what you're supposed to do. You're doing what you're supposed to do for the woman that you chose to spend the rest of your life with. So simping and all that shit does not apply to them. Okay. Girlfriends, there should be levels of the type of shit you're willing to do for your old lady. Okay. This is why women and men both get this shit fucked up. Stop going out here and giving girlfriends wives treatment and stop giving boyfriends husband treatment. And I don't mean like common decency type shit. I'm not saying don't open doors and pull out chairs and do all that for her. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is stop making her believe that at this level, this is what you about to receive. This goes back to what we just talked about recently, as far as the levels of or the type of shit I'm willing to do for you, depending on your level, right? So I'm not going to. You can be a simp for a girl that's not your wife. That's a girlfriend on down. Okay. I think it's really sad when dudes are giving out attention to a woman who ain't giving them nothing in return. You ain't getting nothing for boosting her head up, for clicking that like button, for clicking that, for double tapping that picture, for submitting that comment. You are simping, whether you believe it or not, because she's doing that shit for free and she'll never answer your messages.
It's dry simping.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously there's levels of it, right? But
that's kind of a little harsh though. You don't never just see nice pictures. You talking about like if you keep coming back to the same person,
right?
Yeah,
I'm saying niggas like, all right, and I'm guilty of this. Okay, I've been giving out free attention for some time. All right, I don't went to India Love page on multiple occasions, just scroll and just start liking shit. India Love, what up? It is what it is. Like. Okay, cool, and going about my business, right? Then I had to stop myself. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about me. All right. I'm gonna like your shit if I like your shit. But the reality is this: we spend so much time doing that, right? And we don't realize it. And then when we do realize it, we gotta draw that shit back. I start drawing it back because I'm like, number one, how many times I done sent India Love a message? Zero, never, not a single day in my life. Because I know what's up. I ain't dumb, nigga. You think she don't get thousands and thousands? I'm just using her as an example. These females are getting thousands of messages from dudes who got way more money, way more going on for them, all this other shit they can actually benefit from. They're not gonna answer none of us regular niggas. You a regular nigga.
You ain't got no blue check.
Like even if you do, they not answer them niggas neither. They answer niggas they know for a fact.
Ivy Knows Best ain't got no blue check on his page.
Hey, listen.
Follow Ivy Knows Best on Instagram so you get that blue check. So
please do.
So bitches like Brittany Renner can holler, I'm sorry.
No,
whoa.
No offense to Brittany Renner. Listen, I know for a fact Brittany Renner ain't even looking over in this direction. But what I will say is this though. I don't want any of that activity on me, no way. Stepdaddy season ain't for me. Okay. Not the way these young ladies perpetuating nowadays. I don't want it. I don't want it. And if you have a child, that's cool. I can still respect that. But don't think off the rip, that's what we getting ready to go do. That's not it. That's not what we're doing. But nonetheless, there is levels to that simping shit. No, don't ever simp Gentlemen, don't ever give away anything for free. Nothing.
Free validation.
Validation is like free as fuck, and they boy. Listen, you want to make your favorite Instagram model's coochie wet for her boyfriend. Go like her shit and tell her how beautiful she is, and watch her slob that nigga up.
They gotta go both ways though, because there's a lot of females out here that just get fucked, and that nigga gone about his business, only call her when he want to fuck. So,
what is?
That's what they like though.
it's a lot. It's a lot of them out here.
but don't that come with sexual freedom though? Sexual freedom say you can do that.
Well, I tried to stand up for y'all ladies.
Somebody said Houston is the finesse capital of the world.
Man, what?
For females.
What?
Yeah, they be finessing.
Hey, you'll think a bitch got 6-7 businesses out here. And shit.
All she got is 3-4 niggas that financing every single situation she got going on.
5 degrees and 6 figures of debt.
You feel me? Hey, you know what though? Hey, Paul Wall told you back in the day. He said, nowadays the bras pin bras. They got more game than most of these guys. You get set up and then you'll get robbed. That's real. That's real. Women, they've been finessing. Look, listen. Shout out to Houston. Women in that area specifically that I've ever met have all been hustlers in some way. I'm not saying you ain't got no, backbiting, low trying type female over there, because you do, but you got them everywhere. But majority of them, they hustling. They hustling. So if you think you got game, go try it on the Houston chick. You'll figure it out if you got game or not.
What it don't.
I ended up marrying one, so I could tell you about that game.
Oh, go ahead. Go. No. Not today. Just in general. We're not giving away too much of the game. We're giving away some of it though. All right, so cool. Now you know what? Here's the crazy part. Now let's go ahead and segue into something real cool. Like now, Kush, you are very, very infamous for your your supervillain rants, right? We got a brand new segment for y'all today. And it's the Supervillain Diaries. What's it called again? Supervillain something? Supervillain Diaries, whatever it is. Supervillain something. I don't know what the fuck we call it. What's it called?
We'll call it the villain session.
Go ahead, Kush. Go ahead and take it away with the villain sessions, ladies and gentlemen.
So today it's gonna be, kind of what we touched on earlier. Today, we gotta stop. We're gonna talk to the fellas today. This weird ass trend of thinking that other humans with dicks are more important than everybody else in your life has to stop, bro. You gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop putting the set before your kids. You gotta stop putting the set before your wife. You gotta stop putting the set before the woman who at home taking care of you, cooking for you, all that, bro. That shit has to come to a stop. It's weird, bro. And it's getting really, really out of hand, bro. Like think about it. My nigga, what the nigga said he not going inside unless he with his nigga, bro. It's getting weird, bro. It's
home is over, hoes. Home is over, hoes. Do the home, man.
Bro. This trend gotta come to an end, bro, real fast, bro. And I feel like as much as we complain about how women treat men today, I would see why a lot of women are treating men like bitches.
They're acting like bitches.
Acting like
exactly.
Yeah.
That's not the start of a mixtape right there in the song. Come on. Niggas acting like bitches. All
right. Yeah. So that's how we wanted to touch on today.
All right. Hey, listen, and ladies and gentlemen, that is the supervillain session. Now, look, hey, right quick.
Now, just it ain't gonna always be about females. So I'm watching you bitch ass niggas out here too.
Hey, look, Jay, now listen. Now this is the 14,000th time on this show. We done held the ladies down, even though they claim that we hate women. We don't. We have a woman that's a part of the cast. Like, you know what I mean? We love Christy. Shout out to Christy Stone. She ain't with us today, but still, we love Christy. Okay, there's women who be on the show all the time, right? We support women. I've gone to indiscriminate strip clubs and given money to random women who I don't even know. Love women. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that in a misogynistic way. What I'm pointing out is if I'm willing to go throw money at a random woman I don't know because she's half naked, if I'm willing to go buy a book from a woman or watch a movie with a woman who got her clothes on, it's all the same thing to me. Truthfully, I'm still supporting.
Sound like you're getting shorted the other way around,
You feel me? Hey, just throw the money at me and get away. Sir. Hey, sir, didn't like the big ass dude to be in the front. Go and give him the lap dance. I don't even want this lap dance no more. This big nigga watching, make sure I don't touch on you. But the reality of the situation is this: no, Kush, you are 100% correct, and I agree with you. The saddest thing I've seen is motherfuckers will love the streets more than they love their family. And especially as a grown man, if you cannot get out your own way to take care of what really matters to you, you cannot call yourself a man. And if a female start fucking off on you because you a fuck ass nigga, oh well, we not calling. She ain't a hoe for that. You just a weak ass nigga. And you ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to do. And I have zero respect for a motherfucker who don't do what he's supposed to do.
Hey man, we need like a bell and a buzzer. You deserve to get some bells for some of them points.
Oh, big face. I deserve to get bells for all of them, even the bad ones.
Like drink champs, make some noise.
Hey, we'll figure it out. We'll figure some shit out for the people, right? Now, ultimately, now Trey, have you ever experienced that yet? Like you seen motherfuckers who out here spending more time respecting and showing reverence to gang ties as opposed to showing love to their ladies and shit like that.
Yeah, and you see where they end up. You know what I mean? They end up in jail.
It ain't even like really just gang ties. Like you ain't gotta sit and play 2K with the nigga 8 hours out of every day. Like you got kids, you know what I'm saying?
It's because people be miserable with their own life, so they don't want to. Like let's say it's in a job setting, like in the military, right? Like we had certain NCOs that make us stay behind, you know what I mean? And it usually be like the older ones, you know what I mean? Like the E7 above, because they've been married for 10, 15 years. So they done seen every goddamn magic trick there is to see is two magicians dating each other. Pull out a rabbit, motherfucker like so. Like this sign, you know what I'm saying? So all they want to do is fucking work. They consume work and they just gonna make your life miserable because they ain't got shit else to do. What they finna do? Go home and eat Chili's again? But if
Hey, listen, how many times you bust them wings out, reheat them? You feel me?
I mean, I like the queso dip like the next man, but I can't have it that much. You know what I mean?
It's bad for because I think that shit crazy. Like every time, the more I think about it, though, like, are we all not guilty of this at some level? Like at some level, we all have ignored our young. And I'm not saying go out here.
Yeah, when I was fucking 16 to 22.
Fuck yeah, I mean, think about it. Because what do you talk at them at the major? Like,
I think so. I think after 35, you really start valuing your time and who you spend it with, and like really like what is the end conclusion of said time. Like, cause you've seen the red flags before. Like it's red flags over Texas. I'm sure it's like Six Flags. Like you just get tired of dealing with people that ain't about shit, and then just bullshitting with them. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? It becomes a process to where you know exactly how, when, and who you want to spend your time with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I realize this, right? All right, so look, gentlemen, I believe that you should always chase money and your purpose, right? Always be on that. Always be on that regardless. But have time for things that matter to you. And I'm not saying just frivolous shit. Like, don't go out here and throw, 2-3 hours of your time away on somebody who don't give a fuck about you. That ain't what I'm saying. If you single and you ain't got shit going on, you ain't got a young lady in your life, don't go out there chasing the skirt. But if you got somebody nice and somebody in your life that really means something, give it some time. God damn, boy. Y'all like shit. Look, how often do I talk to y'all too?
After, it probably like once or twice a week. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that means like once, twice a week, maybe 30 to 40 minutes ish. Other than that, it's work, podcast, children, girlfriend. In one of those realms, or by myself doing my own thing. You can walk and chew gum. You can compartmentalize your time.
But it's just weird though. They be needing their partners for everything today.
Because you know why though? Because a lot of these dudes are trained to be communal when that's never been a male's trait. A male's trait, even in nature, is never always to be communal. You don't see a whole herd of male this or that together. Think about it. And you might in Lion Pride, you might got 2 or 3 of them, maybe, but the rest of them is mainly females, right? Male tigers live on their own, hunt on their own, right?
Yeah.
Like that shit crazy to me. Like now, male elephants, once they get to a certain age, majority of female elephants live together.
Because we're mostly competitive with each other. As you know what I mean?
By nature.
That's what it is. Like that's why we can be friends and have, you know, certain conversations, cut it off, and then go back about our purpose and be cool about it because we don't put feelings into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a difference between business and personal.
I don't think people really see how it saturates everything though. Like, look at the NBA. Like it was so one-sided for so many years until the last couple of years because all these boys friends and they playing with each other. They want to play with each other instead of compete with each other against each other.
I want to kick with my homeboy instead of busting his head.
I don't know, man.
I mean, we could get into that, but it's about your franchise not knowing what the fuck to do. Like, imagine you working at a job that don't know how to get better people to stay or like to make the environment better, and you just keep working there. What sense does that work make? I'm gonna go work with my homeboys across the street and be happy. You know what I mean?
I ain't never talked to you about sports, but it sounds like we got a LeBron lover in the building.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you know what? I only mess with LeBron because we the same age. So every time they say he's doing something good, I'm like, yeah, old niggas are still doing something. You know what I mean? Old niggas in the building, man.
Check this out though, like, right? So let's use that model right quick. I'm glad you said something I wanted to say something about. So with the NBA, how all these stars just go run and go play with another star, right? Let's use Luka Doncic for example, right? Dallas Maverick, right? I'm not a Maverick fan, I'm a Spurs fan. Shout out to the Spurs, go. It is what it is. Right?
Trash.
Loyalty over everything else. So boom, you take that. Luka Doncic, somebody will lure him away from the Mavericks one day. He's going to be lured away from that team to go play with his either a fellow European star or somebody else that's close to him that's a friend, as opposed to going to a place where, or staying at a place where, I can change the culture on my own. That you have a whole lot of sheep in today's world more than you have lions. Way more sheep than you have lions. Every prominent male that you see in life as of late has shown you there's levels and there's a difference whenever they get there, right? So you'll see dudes who are legitimately sheep in their entire life and they're pretending to be lions, and there's motherfuckers that are legitimately lions. We can change the music. Look at Gucci. You don't think Gucci? I think Gucci Mane's a fucking lion. That nigga fucked up his entire situation and brought that motherfucker back. Did he not?
Yeah. Eddie burned every bridge he had.
Burned every bridge and still that motherfucker to this day. Now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and look at somebody else who might not be. I'm gonna let you tag in right quick, Trey. But I gotta get this little piece off. Then we can go look at somebody else who may or may not be a lion. That's in the movie. You just pick any fucking name randomly. You throw it in the fucking sky. How many of them are equitable to Gucci Mane? Where they can burn a bridge and then turn back around and still go do their shit. Go to prison, still do their numbers.
Robert Downey Jr.
He's white. No offense, white American.
He did blackface.
He did,
and came back.
The
man's bulletproof.
We let him do it.
He's Iron Man. He's Iron Man.
but we let Robert Downey Jr. do it. Did we stop him? Did we make us think about him doing blackface?
That's because y'all nerdy Marvel people, man. Y'all.
Hey, but think about this. Did we stop this nigga though? Did we wake up and go, hey, Robert?
Bro, y'all Marvel people killed me, dog.
I don't think Black America ever. You know what's funny? Black America never made us think about Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface. Motherfucker.
I'm telling you why.
Look, listen, it ain't the Marvel crowd. You
Yes,
wanna know
it
why?
is.
Hold on, hang on.
It's the Marvel crowd, bro. Y'all bro.
It's the anime crowd too. It's the indie crowd that didn't say a goddamn thing about it. Nobody said nothing about it.
What you mean, you people?
And here's the funny thing, right? Just a little sidebar. Because it is Black History
See,
Month.
he a Marvel. He's a Marvel guy, by the way.
I love Marvel. I love all comic book things.
Hey, look,
but I'm
gonna play Black Panther next.
Now look, the most disrespectful shit in the world, all right, is the fact that we did not do anything about that. Regardless,
we was too busy worried about Bill Cosby, bro.
He made that Robert Downey Jr. I'm not saying we should cancel him or anything. Robert Downey Jr. made that movie, Tropic Thunder, right? In what year? Somebody look it up.
Probably like 06, something like that.
And he became
06,
Iron.
09.
He became Iron Man when?
Shit, like 09, maybe.
And he just kept making the movies. I never heard nobody one time say, "Damn, Tropic Thunder's fucked up." The fact they chose a white man to openly play a black character and know that he's playing blackface and make it a point in the movie.
I mean, some people hated it. I mean, it wasn't like it just didn't go unseen. Like it was, but people like to bring up the white chicks and all that. So,
but hold on, let's also bring up Dragon Ball Z though.
But
Dragon Ball Z got a guy named Mr. Popo. Mr. Popo is blackface. He's a minstrel show character. Tell me I'm lying.
Hey, Mr. Popo, ain't that what he is though? It's a difference. No. He's not a white guy.
That is them showing you what they think about black folks. That is legitimately what they believe. That is like that's a crazy Sambo looking character.
I've been told you that the Saiyans was based off black people.
Yeah, until they
you think about it.
Until they get blonde hair and blue eyes.
Well, of course, because they gonna be the strongest people. They gonna give them that image. But think about it. They turned into apes.
You talking about Marvel being nerdy. You niggas is nerdy talking about Dragon Ball Z, nerdy ass niggas. How about that, anime ass niggas?
Hey, so?
Okay. Yeah, that shit.
Dragon Ball Z, the other thing I watched. I don't do the rest of that.
That's one is enough, sir. That qualifies you.
Wait, hold on. Hang on, Trey. Hang on, Trey. Hang on, Trey.
That shit take.
We all got guilty pleasures and things that we watched when we were children that we grew up on. I want everybody watching to tell me this is not a racist caricature.
Show it again. Go back to.
Well, I'm going back, nigga. I ain't put it down yet.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know.
Racist as hell.
Yeah.
I ain't never met a black person look like that. Look, listen, now the person who created Dragon Ball Z, you should know better. I know this is Black History Month. I'm not bringing up negative tropes and stereotypes. I'm just pointing out the fact that these things exist within popular media, and we just kind of walk past them. We walk past Robert Downey Jr. playing that part. We walk past Mr. Popo. There's a whole bunch of things that we walk past.
But that's because of the time frame it was in too, though. If if that shit were to come out today, that shit, like, none of that shit would fly.
That's true. I agree.
Now we live in the time frame where, this happened 10 years ago, and now we're doing something about it. So let's bring it up. Like that's what's going on.
That's true. Now watch this. Watch this. If Trey was drawn as a cartoon character back in 1993, they would consider him Arab man. Trey black. Trey's black as hell. He's a light-skinned black dude. But they would draw him or make him into a character that he's not, as to not support and or show black people in this full range of colors, which is why certain movies are so special when you see them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when we see that recent, because I got kids, that recent Disney movie about the house and all that shit, Encanto, whatever you want to call the movie, and they show the different range of color of people that are Spanish. They love that shit because that's for the longest time you've only shown Spanish people looking like what? Lighter complected, maybe brown, none my color. But then when you see the ones my color with the really curly hair from the movie, it looks beautiful to people because in reality, that's what they really are. There's some black Cubans in this world, people blacker than me. Straight up. But, that's another conversation for another time, right? We're not going to go too far off the deep end. Just, celebrate Black History Month, okay?
Dr. Umar has entered the chat.
Hey, hey, listen, Trey, if he entered in here, he be trying to get you out of here. He'd be like, now, brother, why are you so late? Tell me, who are your people? What's your mama last name? What's your daddy last name?
I'm against interracial marriages.
Hey, who your favorite Black History figure and why? Since we on Black History Month.
Me or Trey? Who you talking to?
You.
Me. You know what's funny? In what arena? There's so many arenas.
Your all time. If you had to pick one.
If I had to pick one, ooh, I probably have two. Okay, and YouTube ain't gonna fuck with me for the second one. Nat, I'm gonna say Nat Turner is gonna be my second one. Nat Turner's number two because it shows you. To me personally, it showed fighting back in the way that you would think what would happen if you decided to fight back, right? Nat Turner's one of them. Next one is gonna probably be Jim Brown and Muhammad Ali. They're tied. Those two my two favorites. Both of them were civil rights activists and still prominent in their sports and still were at the top of their sports at a time when they didn't have to be. Muhammad Ali could have legitimately went went to Vietnam and they would have probably given him a pass and sent him back. They were just trying to make an example out of him, in my opinion. So those are my two favorites right there.
Trey?
It'd probably be Malcolm X. They really try to hide a lot that he accomplished and was trying to do for Black people, and he doesn't have you don't have a Malcolm X Day. Like I went to the African American Museum out here, and you could probably pick 2 or 3 things that's in there about him, but it's full of Martin Luther King artifacts, and that just goes to show you that they don't want to show that side. And you know what I mean? So that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, mine. Y'all got both of mine already. It would have to be Muhammad and Malcolm X. Muhammad simply because there's not many people who will give up everything that they worked hard for simply because of what they believed in. And I think out of his whole story, to me, that's the part that stands out the most. And Malcolm, because Malcolm, he got to the point where he saw the broader picture. You know what I'm saying? Where he saw it ain't necessarily about the color of the skin, but you know what I'm saying, the person itself when he went to Mecca and all of that. So I feel like as a leader, you got to see the broader picture. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna be able to move through life, because everybody else not gonna see the broader picture. But even before that, he saw the broader picture. Like he was a fight back type, and I love that about him. So those are my two for them reasons.
All right. Well, look, I think those are amazing points. I think we had a great time today. Show was amazing. Everybody in here looking like $1 million. All right. Want to appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming along with this ride. As always, look, guys, we know it's Ivy knows best. Whatever the case is, right? But gentlemen, remember what we talked about today. All right, because this was specifically targeted for the gentleman in the room, right? Know what simping is. It's okay to love your old lady. All right. Black history is to be remembered and revered, not revised, and things of the sort. There's a whole lot that we might have missed along the way, i.e. Robert Downey Jr., Mr. Popo, all of the different little stereotypes and tropes that we've experienced. And last but not least, tricking ain't wrong if you're married. Just saying. All right, we ain't gonna leave it. It's just the reality. You can take her to Chili's, but you can't walk her in the park anywhere. You know what I'm saying? All right, so gentlemen, anything y'all got to say today before we get up out of here?
Nah, I'm good.
All right,
I'm A1.
Trey, you good?
Ready for that Super Bowl next weekend with Dr. Dre. I got my Dr. Dre or the Suge Knight red braces in.
Hey, who y'all got before we even get the faking next week? I don't want nobody to win, and then y'all get talking about this who y'all chose. So who you got?
I want a good game, but I'm a Texas nigga, so I'm gonna rock with whoever from Texas is running the show.
Stafford.
So Matthew Stafford, let's get you one for the state, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm rocking with too. I'm rocking with Matt and Odell. Odell.
Right now, don't get it wrong. I like that little Joe Burrow boy. It don't matter what you do to him, he coming. He don't. You can bust me in the head. Here I come. So I mean, it's gonna be a good game. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm going with Joe.
Hey, you can't be wrong. Shout out to Joe Cool. All right. Hey, shout out to everybody else, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. Happy Black History Month. And we catch y'all next time. As always, Ivy knows best.